Hello, Assalamu alaikum. Good evening, friends. In today's video, we will try to understand how we can create the API in Python Django and how we can expose that API in Oracle Apex. So let's start. As we already know how we are creating the project in Django, so I am going to skip that part, and for making the API we need Django REST framework installation. This is the website of Django REST framework. So simply we can just we can install using the pip install Django REST framework. We can use this command. Using this command we can install the Django REST framework. Just we can copy this one and we can paste and we can install. After installation of the Django REST framework, we can enable it and can put it in our applications. Install apps, REST framework. And actually there are too many ways of authentication, but we are using the token based authentication. So we can also use the all documentation is available here in website Django REST framework. You can see here. So and here we can add also this part, REST framework, default authentication class, authentication token authentication, and this permission class. And we are using actually the SQLite database, and we can use any other database. So we can configure our database here, but right now I am using the SQLite. After configuration, and for actually accessing, as you know that I am using the system this framework in local PC, but I need to get a server, but we don't have any server right now, like AWS server or any server. So there is a workaround for that. So we can install ngrok. Ngrok is actually providing the our local IP to the server. So simply we can install here using the download, and after downloading, second step, we can get our token here, which is hidden. I will not show here. And this is the command which we can run in command line. Like for example, we can run here, then it will add the authentication. After adding the authentication, we can just put this command, ngrok http and localhost, and this which we are running in the Python Django, same port we can use here. Then it will provide us the forwarding server IP, which is like this, and then we can use this in anywhere. In even POSTMAN we can use, or we can use it in any other application for using the remote. It is actually converting, moving our local address to the web address. So first we can configure our REST framework. Second, we can configure, we have also need to install the, all this is specific especially for only for Apex. We can use this command pip install Django course header, and this configuration we can put it in our setting.py file, install app course header, all this configuration only related to the Oracle Apex. Mostly we are using React or any other like Vue.js or React.js or Angular, or even we can use the Django form, but right now just for showing, demonstrating, I am creating like this how we can use the Oracle Apex as a front end, and back end we can use Python Django. So this is the configuration, 3 part. First part REST framework, second part course installation, third part we can move our local IP to web. For that we are using the ngrok. It is easily, you can find here ngrok. We have to install and we can create our account here, then it will provide step by step all option. After doing this simple model, we created one model here, product model, product name and price, maximum digit and decimal places here, and length of the product. Very simple. And we already know that when we are creating the API in Django REST framework, we are using the serializer. So we created one serializer here. ID is the primary key, product name and price. Model serializer means it is based on the model which we created here, and we are importing here .models.import from product. After making the serializer, we can create our view. We are using the generic view, and permission we are using is authenticated. So this is our view for creation and for query. In query we are calling product.object.all, as this is a part of the Django ORM, and serialize class which we imported, created here, in serializer we created here, and we are calling here. After that we are creating the URL. This is our URL file. Product, which is creating the product, and product retrieve, update, destroy. This is actually default created class based view created by Django REST framework, so we are using this one. And after that actually we are calling our URL in main URL file, and in this URL file actually we have two URLs, one for API for doing this product process, insert, update, delete, and this one is for getting the authentication token which is provided by Django, which we already configured in our system. So if you have any question you can write down in comments. So here actually from REST framework authentication view we are importing the obtain authentication token, so it will provide us the token. Okay, so first step for actually accessing this API is to get the token. Even we can also configure in our settings.py file we can also configure the timeline of this token. For example, this will be destroyed in 24 hours, 7 days, 1 month, 1 week, but right now I didn't put any specification how much time we can use how much time we want to use we can use. So first I will provide, after doing all this process, migration, we are doing migration like this. Migration, it is creating the tables and migrate, then it will create migration will make the file for making the migration, and migrate will migrate, create the database tables. After that we can run our system. After running this system and configure, we can start this our ngrok. I already configured and started, that's why I am not starting again. And we can access here in our postman. So this part actually, you see, this is our token. In header we are putting here our token. We are getting here our token. Okay, this is username password which I created in database. You can put any username password, and in header we have to provide here a content type application JSON. So it will give us the token. When we are sending this one, it will give us the token. Why it is not giving? Because I stopped the server, na? So I restarted the server, that's why it is not running. So what I have to do, I can again run ngrok. So it will provide us the latest URL. The URL was destroyed because I stopped the server. This is the latest URL. I can keep here again. And I will run again. Sorry, I actually run the server on 8000 port, and I was trying to use on 8000. So I will again run it. I will define my port. Now it is running again. That was my mistake. Now I can check again. I can stop ngrok and I will run it again. Why it was showing the error? Because the port actually I was calling that was different. Here I am calling 8000. There I was running the server on 8000. Now I run again and I can check my postman. It is providing the authentication token or not. Just we can now it will provide the authentication token. Okay, and we can use the same one. First we can put copy paste our URL, and the URL, this is server part, this is IP, this is actually domain, and this is actually URL api.product. This is for inserting. Okay, and here actually we can copy this we can copy this one in our header as a token. So here are two actually parameters in header, authorization and content type. Then in body we can put our product. First I can remove the database, clean the database. I can open the database here. Eight thousand, sorry. 80, sorry. I'm saying 8,000, 80. I can start again. The system is slow, actually it is actually updating the windows. And I will access my product table. I can remove all items. It is removed. There is no item in product. Now I can go in POSTMAN. I can put here any product, price, and then send. It is sent, and we can see here in database it is, yes, we received. Okay, so up to now here we understand how we can create the API in Django REST framework and using the authentication token, and how we can, this is actually post API, and also we are using the get also here. This is actually providing. If you want to get API only, we can just change. You can see here what is the ID. For example, product. It is not showing here because I didn't configure here admin part. So we can see in database there are ID column also, or even I can just, I will in model, I will try to put here, sorry, self.id. I can try it will show or not. Yes, I can check here. You have to convert it because ID is actually string str. Now you see ID is also coming, ID is 43. Now I want to get here ID. I can insert another product also. I can insert another product. Now we have two product, two product. So I want to just query. So I put here, I want to query 43 number. And here you see it is coming the error. Why? Here actually what we are doing, we are getting, we have to put here get instead of put post. Okay, so it will give us the result. Like this we are using the POSTMAN for insert, update and delete. Even for, I can check the put also now, or for delete, for example. I want to delete this one. Okay, it is deleted or not, we can check. No. I can put null. Okay, like this we can actually manipulate. I have to second step. Now we have the Oracle Apex account. First we can go create Apex account and we can use one application. We can create one application. After creation the application, we can go and share component. In share component, simply we can create REST data. In REST data source, now we can put this IP, this one, this IP address instead of current one. I already created that one. I will change this one to new IP. Apply changes. After changing this one, we have to create this. There is a way of creation the REST data source here. Here we created the token also. Header, we created the header parameters, authentication token, and this one post. In post we are creating two parameter, product name and price, and we can synchronize this one with this. After creation of this one, we can go in share component. We can just test our API before starting work. We can click on this API. Actually we are calling this API Django API, so just I will run here get. It is giving us the result or not, we can check. It is working response body, yet it is providing the result. Then we can go in our application, we can create one page. I already created one page. In this page I created simple one field, product name, price, number, this is character, this is response, this is button. This button is calling this process, product API. Here is a simple code. First actually we are providing for watching this one, how we can do it. We can, if you want to see the documentation, this one Oracle Help Center will provide the documentation how to use it, and you can also use the ChatGPT or Grok or any other DeepSeek how we can create this one. So we are here creating, calling the API. First we are providing the API, product API, then the parameters, product name, and our we can map our product name, then price, and then the response. The response we are getting using the Apex exec get parameter slop. We are actually assigning it to one parameter, and then after doing that, this we can say that this process will run on when the create button will call. Now we can run this one. I will call. Now we can see our product. We have two products. I will delete this two product. I will create another product here. response, you can see here response is came in database, our item is created. So thank you very much for watching this video. Yes, I know here some problem what we delete and update. I think there is some issue. I will check later my view what mistake I am doing. I will, other things are okay. Thank you very much for watching this video.